Funding provided by
Musco Lighting is honored to support Iowa PBS. We're an Iowa company that lights local schools, community fields, and stadiums, arenas, and venues in more than 125 countries. While our reach is global, our commitment is local.
The Pella Roll Screen Foundation is a proud supporter of Iowa PBS. Pella Windows and Doors strives to better our communities and build a better tomorrow.
and by Fareway Meat and Grocery. For more than 80 years, Fareway has been proud to be an active part of the communities we serve. Learn more at fareway.com.
With our Iowa roots and Midwestern values, Farmers Mutual Hail is committed to offering innovative farm insurance for America's farmers, just as we have for 6 generations. Farmers Mutual Hail, America's crop insurance company.
All week long, the heat has risen and risen at Harlan and Hazel Rogers Sports Complex in Fort Dodge, Iowa. And now we get to where the temperature has reached the championship game of the 2025 Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union State Softball Tournament, presented by Iowa Farm Bureau. And in our 4A championship game, it is the 8th-seeded Pella Dutch. They will see if the slipper fits or if it's meant to be. For North Polk Comets, the 3 seed, as these two teams met once previously this year. As we welcome you to Fort Dodge, Iowa, she's Allie Kappert. I am Brad Wells. And Allie, a lot of similarities between these two teams. Two very young head coaches, both young former Iowa girls, and they both have a pitcher who is dynamite in the circle, and they both can hit.
Two highlight players today. It's going to be Emma Ekoff from Pella and Ava Husak from North Polk. They have been lights out this entire tournament and all season for both these teams.
And Pella went through the gauntlet, through the quarterfinals and the semifinals to get here. Are they a team of destiny? We will find out. They are making just their 2nd trip to the state tournament in school history.
And as I mentioned earlier, it was Emma Ekoff on this season in her career, over 400 strikeouts, 30-plus home runs. But in this state tournament yesterday, 7 strikeouts in the semifinal. She's also hit 2 home runs for her squad. 1
in the quarterfinals, 1 in the semifinals. Beat 6th-ranked Carlisle in the regional semifinal for a chance to get to state. And top-seeded Xavier in ADM went down to the hands of Pella. Coach Banowitz also getting married on Saturday. We will have plenty more on that coming up throughout tonight's broadcast. Meanwhile, for the 3-seeded North Polk Comets, they are no strangers to the state softball tournament.
No, they have been here 19 times as a team, but this team is filled of seniors, and it's led by senior pitcher Ava Husak, 900 strikeouts on the season. She has been lights out this entire tournament. She'll continue her playing career next year at Drake. And the crazy thing, she's a pitcher, but she also leads the team at the plate with a .522 batting average. Another note, this North Polk team, 16 hits yesterday. Every spot 1 through 9 in the lineup got a hit.
And in June, back on June 20th and 21st, North Polk came to Fort Dodge, and they won the Fort Dodge tournament with wins over Atlantic, Fort Dodge, Williamsburg, and Winterset. Coach says being here, getting used to the facilities, an extra weekend has been huge for us this year. We get ready now for introductions of our teams. On the public address mic is Tim Fitzpatrick.
Ladies and gentlemen, if I could have your attention, please. The Jack North Award is given to the outstanding senior performer from the state tournament. The award, named in honor of the former information director of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union, is given annually in basketball and softball. Presenting the Jack North Softball Award is Aaron Gerlich, Executive Director of the IGHSAU. The 2024 softball honoree is Jesse Clemens of Pleasant Valley. Jessie led Pleasant Valley to the Class 5A state title last year. She set a state record with 3 home runs at last year's tournament and drove in a 5A best 7 runs. She went on to enjoy an outstanding season at Iowa State last spring and was named to the Freshman All-American team. Ladies and gentlemen, the softball recipient of the Jack North Award from Pleasant Valley High School, Jessie Clemens. The IGHSAU Golden Plaque of Distinction Award honors the Iowa coach who has demonstrated a successful career while making notable contributions towards school, community, and the coaching profession. Presenting the 2025 Golden Plaque of Distinction Award is IGHSAU Executive Director Aaron Gerlich and Softball Administrator Jason Esslinger. This year's recipient of the IGHSAU Golden Plaque of Distinction Award in softball is Steve Corcoran of Winterset. Steve coached softball for 24 years and attained incredible success at Winterset High School. He compiled over 700 career victories and guided the Huskies to 7 Class 4A state championships in 13 state tournament appearances, including winning 4 titles in a 7-year span. His teams never recorded a losing season during his 24-year tenure, despite consistently making his regular season schedule one of the toughest in the state. Steve is a member of the Iowa Girls Coaching Association Softball Hall of Fame, and Winterset High School named its softball field after him this summer. Accompanied by his wife, Nancy, this evening, congratulations to this year's recipient of the IGHSAU Golden Plaque of Distinction in softball from Winterset, Steve Corcoran.
The sun is shining. You see the blue skies, white clouds. 83 degrees, slight breeze at 6 miles an hour. My phone says it feels like 90. Allie, it has been hot here. Yesterday at a game, I saw an umpire getting helped off the field, was unable to finish a game. Yesterday, they took hydration breaks. They're making sure the players and coaches are staying hydrated. Feels a lot cooler today than yesterday.
And I tell you what, that heat right now is the last thing on these players' mind. They're here to play a state championship. And today, a little bit nicer, actually, than yesterday. So nothing to complain about here. It's Iowa in July. It's softball season.
And here, Fort Dodge last night, overnight, got hammered with some rain. About 2 inches of rain right here. They had the infield tarped, and it is looking really good, ready for this 4A championship game.
Good afternoon, softball fans, and welcome to Rogers Sports Complex and this 4A championship matchup between the Pella Dutch and the North Polk Comets. It's time to meet the teams. First of all, for the visitors from Pella, here are your non-starters. Number 2, Maddie Keski. Number 3, Mallory Deschadas. Number 4, Kylie Skippers. Number 5, Haley DeVries. Number 8, Lennon Ekoff. Number 9, Cameron Long. Number 12, Ava Rowe. Number 16, Sage Ji Young. Number 17, Samantha Tagrutenheis. Number 20, Stella Ramey. And number 24, Candace Thompson. Your assistant coaches, Joe Van Hemert, Ryan Deschadas, Thea Wissy, and Ava Curry. And now, here's your starting lineup. For the Dutch from Pella High School, leading off, doing the pitching, number 22, Emma Ekoff. Batting second, playing center field, number 7, Avery Parks. Batting third at shortstop, number 15, Katie Shekel. Cleanup hitter for the Dutch. Doing the catching, number 14, Lucy Carlson. Batting fifth at first base, number 11, Ella Heemstra. Batting sixth at second base, number 13, Abby Melvin. Batting seventh at third base, number 1, Riley Parks. Batting eighth in right field, number 6, Braylon Van Zanti. And batting in the ninth position in left field, number 10, Elizabeth Thomas. Head coach for the Dutch, Katie Banowitz. Now let's meet the home team, the Comets. Here are the non-starters. Number 4, Leah Muth. Number 6, Janie Zoski. Number 8, Maddie Fetters. Number 13, Ava Fieland. Number 15, Callie Edwards. Number 17, Lily Sanger. Number 20, Mallory Bird. Number 21, Amelia Kelsick. Number 23, Reese Smithy. And number 44, Elin Spurgeon. Your assistant coaches, Brady Bauman, Tracy Cleaver, and Sydney Carroll. Now here's your starting lineup for the Comets of North Polk. Leading off in right field, number 1, Maddie Cleaver. Batting second in center field, number 2, Ava Kudelka. Batting third, doing the pitching, number 12, Ava Husak. Cleanup hitter for the Comets, doing the catching, number 16, Lucy Lucas. Batting fifth at second base, number 10, Caitlin Cleaver. Batting sixth at first base, number 14, Tessa Dillinger. Batting seventh, the designated player, number 25, Larissa Koth. Batting eighth at shortstop, number 19, Alex Mulkey. And batting in the ninth position, the left fielder, number 7, Audrey Lucas. And your flex player at third base, number 3, Harper Lincoln. Head coach for the Comets, Addie Pender. Now, ladies and gentlemen, please turn your attention to the home plate area. The umpires assigned to this championship contest by the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union. At first base, Jordan Hill. At third base, Greg Buster. And calling the balls and strikes today, Stan Schmidt. All right, who's ready to win a state championship?
The energy cranks up to another notch on Championship Thursday and Friday. Let's take a look now at the North Polk defense. Across the outfield, Lucas Kudelka Cleaver. Third base is Harper Lincoln, just an 8th grader. Mulkey and Cleaver up the middle. Dillinger at first. Lucas behind the dish, and Ava Husak in the circle. And Ava Husak has just really found a groove here in Fort Dodge, hasn't she?
She's been a dominant pitcher. Her go-to pitch, she's been throwing the rise ball and drop ball. She also has a nice curveball on the outside corner of right-handed hitters. Across the season, 233 strikeouts, only 25 walks. She throws to the zone and makes these hitters chase.
You see her numbers, and the righty in the circle gets ready to face a very potent Pella batting order, and right off the gate, right out of the gates, Emma Ekoff leads it off, makes it a really tough first batter of the game. She's
hit 2 home runs in this tournament yesterday. It was a 2-run shot that got her team to this state championship, and she is followed by some very talented ball players for this Pella Dutch team.
The Parks sisters, just sophomores, had an older sister played at UNI, and Katie Shekel has just been dynamite and has been really good here at the state tournament as well. Semi-final win over 5th-seeded ABM. As Ekoff gets ready to dig in and get things started. Husak headed to Drake. Emma Ekoff, also a senior. She will play college softball at Indian River State College in Florida. First pitch from Husak in there for a strike. Emma Ekoff, 460 for a batting average. And 2 home runs here at the state tournament. Solid hit.
There's some power. Second pitch of the game. She's out ahead of it on Husak. Pulls that right over the media stand in left field.
Well, Abby, you dig through the record books of this state tournament. And for an individual tournament, there have not been any players to hit in 4A 3 home runs in a single tournament. The record is 2. Has an opportunity if she would put one over the fence today to become the first. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Grounder to the shortstop. Mulkey to throw across the diamond to Dillinger for out number 1.
And for Pella, it doesn't necessarily have to be Ekoff, but they're going to need a big hit, a big fire plug to get them started in this game. Really nice play here by North Polk. They're looking calm, cool, collected to start the game.
Mulkey, just a sophomore, her first year as a starter at that shortstop position. Avery Parks, the Dutch center fielder, looks at strike 1. It's just under 300. Has a really good eye, can draw some walks. Puts a bunt up, it gets up in the air, but falls to the ground, foul territory before Harper Lincoln, the 8th grader at third for North Polk, can get to it. Parks went 1 for 4 in the quarterfinal round game against Xavier with a single and would score a run.
And when she gets on, she's a definite threat to steal bases. So if you're North Polk, she is someone you want to keep off the base paths today.
Parks takes on that 0-2 pitch. Good job by Lucy Lucas to frame it behind the plate. The senior catcher for North Polk will play softball at DMAC next year. Swing and a miss. First strikeout of the game for Ava Husak.
And Ava Husak is not a pitcher who's going to fall behind in counts all day yesterday. And so far today, she's getting 0-2 and 1-2 on these hitters. So she's able to throw with some spin for those punch-out pitches.
Husak registered her 900th career strikeout on July 1st. And that's a rip to left field, but just foul by a foot for Katie Shekel.
And if you're Pella right now, I know your first 2 hitters to the plate have gotten out, but that's the second hard hit ball we've seen down that left field line.
If you're Pella, you're feeling good then making solid contact here in the first.
Yes, definitely.
There's the 0-1 just below the zone.
And Husak will work low in the zone. That's where she thrives. It's a call she's going to want to get, but even if she's not, trying to get these hitters to chase at that pitch.
Husak through 2 perfect games this season, and a flip left field, a base hit for Shekel. Make sure there's no perfect game and will be no hitter in this championship game. Shekel is aboard with 2 outs.
A really nice job by Shekel. The pitch gets her on the hands, but she's able to muscle through and drive it into left field.
Which brings Lucy Carlson to the plate. Carlson, the sophomore, was 1 for 2 yesterday with a single, was hit by a pitch in the semifinal win against ADM. Is a power hitter, has 26 RBIs on the season, just 1 home run, but 4 doubles. She can hit a gap if she gets a pitch to hit.
And Husak getting ahead 0-1, going with the rise ball, missing above the zone. But that's a pitch you're going to see out of her arsenal as well today.
One ball, one strike to count here with 2 away in the top of the first. And that one up and in for ball 2. Pella hitters also looking very disciplined this first inning, not chasing much.
Doing a really nice job so far, swinging at the right pitches, and that's going to be absolutely critical against a pitcher like Husak. If you make her stay in the zone, make her get deeper in counts. This is her 3rd game of the week. Same with Ekoff pitching for Pella. Going to be a little bit more wear and tear if you're going to make her go deep in counts.
Both these teams played on Monday in the quarterfinals and then yesterday in the semis. So back-to-back days pitching. Not uncommon at all, but ball 4 to Lucy Carlson gives the Dutch 2 runners here in the top of the first and a runner in scoring position for Ella Heemstra.
And these are opportunities that Pella needs to take advantage of early in this game. You know North Polk has the ability to put a ton of hits on the board. So when Pella gets that runner in scoring position, they need to capitalize.
So a courtesy runner on to first base. Mallory DeShatis is in to run. And the first pitch to Heemstra is upstairs.
And right now, Husak just struggling a little bit to control the rise ball. Continues to miss above the hands.
And that one catches the bottom of the zone right at the knees. Ella Heemstra helped the Dutch win that quarterfinal round game. They scored 4 runs in the 6th inning. Both pitchers for Pella and Cedar Rapids Xavier had no hitters going through 5. And then Pella exploded and Heemstra delivered a 2 RBI single for the 2nd and 3rd runs of that game, and in an opportunity here in the championship game.
I'll tell you what, that first round game between Pella and Xavier, that first 5 innings only took about 45 minutes.
Yeah.
It was so fast.
The pitchers were locked in and they were working. Braylon Conlon, the Cedar Rapids Xavier pitcher, is headed to the University of Iowa, and Lauren Hagedorn, the pitcher for ADM, headed to Iowa State. So Pella has seen some of the best talent here in Fort Dodge this week. There's the 2-2. This is fisted up in the air, and Lincoln, the 8th grader, underneath it and makes the catch for out number 3. 2 on for Pella, but North Polk gets out of the jam here in the top of the first inning. So both teams get settled in here during this first inning. North Polk will get ready to face this defensive lineup with Thomas Parks and Van Zanti in the outfield. Riley Parks at 3rd, Shekel at short, Melvin at 2nd, and Heemstra at first base. Behind the dish, she's a sophomore, Lucy Carlson, and she is catching Emma Ekoff, the senior, headed to Indian River State College in Florida. 400 career Ks, 7 strikeouts in the semis, 8 in the quarterfinals. Impressive.
And I feel like she's just gotten better and better as the season's gone on. She has been incredible this state tournament. I mean, she's only given up about 100 hits throughout the season. With 200 strikeouts, 100 hits. That's pretty impressive for any pitcher.
Has an incredible drop ball as well. You'll see plenty, and we'll see these folks see that drop ball a lot as well. Madeline Cleaver, Kadelka, Husak to lead things off, as the order has gotten it done for North Polk, really top to bottom. They have had some production. The semifinal win over North Scott, a ton of production out of the bottom half of the order. Just solid hitters and discipline. And Maddie Cleaver will lead things off. Sophomore had 3 runs driven in the semifinal. Shows bunt, pulls it back.
And Ekoff right away on pitch number 1, and they did call that a strike, so it is an 0-1 count. But drop ball right away.
Stan Schmidt, home plate umpire, being asked to check with Greg Buster down the line.
And you'll see right away Cleaver in this at bat. First pitch, she was going with a drag bunt, getting her feet moving. Now as she's getting set, she is right at the front of the batter's box. They're trying to get ahead of the drop.
Cleaver, the batter, the sophomore, right fielder, played left field last year as a freshman. Looks at ball 2. First team all conference this year. This has a great sense for the zone, according to Comets head coach Addie Pender.
And that's exactly what you want for your leadoff hitter. Get her up there, see some pitches, make the pitcher throw so the rest of your team is in the dugout and seeing what they're going to face throughout the entire game.
Swings and misses to make it 2-2. So much movement by the drop ball of Emma Ekoff. There's a grounder right side. Abby Melvin, the second baseman. An easy scoop and flip to Heemstra at first for out number 1.
And Ekoff right away is showing us, I think, what we're going to see this entire game, staying inside with that drop ball, try and jam hitters, get the ball off the part of the bat that they're not going to produce any sort of power.
So 1 up, 1 down by this Pella defense. Ava Kudelka. To the first pitch ball. Kudelka went 2 for 4 yesterday in the 11-3 semifinal win over 7th-seeded North Scott with a double and a run. There's a grounder left side. It's stopped by Shekel, but the throw will be well late. I would mark that as an infield hit. Shekel got to it and maybe could have made the play over at first, but we'll go base hit with the official score here.
Yeah, she's going way deep into the 5-6 hole. That is a tough play to make across the diamond, and she was able to recover to get the ball and make the throw.
So 1 on with only 1 out, and Ava Husak, the batter. Husak, a home run and a double yesterday. She went 3 for 3, just a triple shy of the cycle.
What a way to help your own cause as a pitcher. Go 3 for 3, get yourself a single, double, and a home run in the win.
As we mentioned, Husak headed to Drake. Here's a grounder right side. Melvin, the flip to second. In time, gets the out at 2. 4-6 on the little flip from Melvin to Shekel.
And you'll see all these North Polk hitters at the front of the zone. What a great job hanging on to the bag by Shekel.
So Ava Phelan, the 8th grader, in to run for North Polk. So Fieland at 1. And Lucy Lucas,
And
the batter.
Ekoff now has just stayed with that drop ball to every single one of these North Polk hitters. And the North Polk hitters, so what you'll notice with a pitcher throwing a lot of rise or drop balls, hitters will tend to either stand way up at the front or way in the back. So the first 3 North Polk hitters stood at the front of the zone, tried to get ahead of the drop. Lucy Lucas here, she's back foot on the back line of the box. She's going to let that drop happen before it gets to her, see it all the way in to try and hold off of that pitch.
2 balls, no strikes on Lucas. Ecoff delivers, puts one over the outside edge for strike 1. Emma Ecoff yesterday, 7 strikeouts, allowed just 1 run on 3 hits, walked just 2, and hit 1 batter. Had a no-hitter through 4 innings.
And a great off speed there. Catches Lucas off guard for the 2nd strike.
So 2-2. You see the smile from Lucy Lucas.
I think the entire semifinal, she smiled the entire game. It was so fun to watch. She's having fun out here.
Can't tell if she's just cool, calm, and collected, or if that's a nervous smile. There's a grounder, little slow roller, and Wiggles foul. Beamstra charging.
I've coached Lucy in the past, and I think she's just having fun. I don't think it's many nerves knowing her.
North Polk works a lot on their mental performance and really preparing for pressure situations to where you don't feel much of the pressure once you're in them. Here's the 2-2, and that gets away from Carlson. Down to second goes Fjelland.
And it's a tough task for Carlson behind the plate. Anytime you're catching a pitcher who throws predominantly the drop ball, you have to be prepared to block. And she did a nice job there. Ball just got away on the bounce.
I've been able to see both of Pella's games here at the state tournament. And Lucy Carlson, she works back there because there's a lot down in the dirt. A lot of times, Ecoff has batters chasing that pitch as well. But the discipline by Lucy Lucas will put 2 runners on here for North Polk, and Caitlin Cleaver.
You bring up a good point. I mean, we give these pitchers so much credit for all they've done, both Husak and Ecoff. The catchers behind the plate deserve just as much credit, being able to continually block those drop balls. And with Husak, the rise balls, it's Lucas who's able to come up and frame that into the zone for her.
Amelia Kelsick courtesy running at first base for Lucas, the catcher, and now Cleaver at the plate with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 1st. On her way down to third, the throw goes into left field. Fjelland on her way home, the play at the plate, she's safe. Kelsick gets to third, and Ecoff tracks down the ball. That made it all the way to the backstop. But Ava Fjelland, a stolen base, takes third, and then scores as the throw goes to the outfield.
And I tell you what, totally unexpected steal. I think caught everyone off guard, and she was going to be safe regardless. You see the obstruction call by the umpire. So even if the tag was made there, she would have been called safe at home plate.
So there will be an error on the throw to left. The throw that went to left that helped score that run. Now Cleaver swung on and missed. No balls, 2 strikes now on Caitlin Cleaver. Cleaver, a senior, will play college softball at Wartburg. Coach Pender says she is a passionate player and just a competitor. Has a sister on this team as well. Here's the 0-2 off the plate.
A good hold there by Cleaver. She knows that's off the zone. Typically a pitch a lot of these pitchers can get the hitter to chase on.
Here's the 1-2. And Cleaver battles that one off. Mentioned Emma Ecoff really working that drop ball a lot. You hear from so many coaches, Find 2 pitches that you're really good at, and you can stick with it.
Yes.
1-2, and Cleaver pops it into center field, and Avery Parks is going to settle underneath it. But North Polk gets a run here in the bottom of the first. It was Ava Fiel into the stolen base and scored a run as Cleaver pops out to Parks to end the first. And so after one, a 1-0 contest. And here is a look at your 4A bracket with Pella working against Xavier and ADM. And North Polk making their way into the tournament with a win over Western Dubuque, and then North Scott yesterday. An 11-3 win for North Polk in the semifinals. Otherwise, some very close one-run games. Well, don't miss a minute of today's championship action. Catch the live stream on YouTube and iowapbs.org. And tell your friends about it too. If they're out of the state, they can watch. If they're on the other side of the world, pull it up on YouTube. Coming to you live from Fort Dodge. Third place game is final. ADM, a 2-1 winner over North Scott. 2 runs in the bottom of the 7th for ADM. And so we move to the 2nd inning. Pella with 6, 7, 8 coming to the plate. Left 2 on board. Abby Melvin will lead things off. Single in the 2nd in the semifinals, and she has a hit in the 2nd in the championship game. It is a double. She's going to try and make it a triple. The throw coming from Shekel. She's safe.
Wow. Talk about some hustle there from Melvin to start this 2nd inning. And Pella is hyped up in their dugout. North Polk on that one just unable to cut the ball off in center field. And look at Coach at third base.
Got past Ava Kadelka out there in center. And it goes down as a triple to lead off the 2nd inning. Now Riley Parks the batter. Slap attempt goes foul. Riley Parks, the sophomore. Single, scored a run in the 5th yesterday. He's the left fielder in 2024. Now confident at that third base position. And that pitch is over the head of Lucas.
Really smart base running there by Melvin. The net behind home plate. If it comes off hard enough, it's coming right back towards home. So that would have been a very close play at the plate.
Here's the 1-1, and a bunt attempt by Parks. Turns into strike 2.
It's this part of the lineup that Pella needs production from today. They need the bottom of the order to be able to produce a run here to keep this thing tied.
Riley Parks, the 1-2, and a called strike 3. Cusack gets Park watching her 2nd of the game.
Cusack just painting the outside corner. Lucy Lucas getting her glove around it. A great strikeout for the pair.
So 1 away now, runner on third. Van Zanti pops it up, and a great effort from Lucas, diving straight back. That senior gives effort on every single play. He's going to play softball at DMAC. She has worked with Ava since 5th grade and has done an excellent job of working with Ava and reading her, knowing exactly what she needs.
It makes a difference when these pitchers and catchers have worked together so long. We have a safety squeeze here.
The out is made at first, and safe at home is Abby Melvin. Here's another look. Watch the runner Melvin waiting for that throw and then scores easily.
And I would have liked to see Harper Lincoln at third base look that runner back, make sure she's not scoring in this game. Every single run is so important. These two teams played earlier this month. It was a 3-1 ball game. These runs matter.
North Polk got that win. It started what is now an 11-game win streak. And for Pella, that was their last loss of this season. They have won 7 straight since that game. First pitch, a ball to Elizabeth Thomas, the batter. Thomas, the senior left fielder, has lots of speed. Trying to start something with 2 outs and nobody on here in the second. 1 run in for the Pella Dutch.
And HUSAC dialing it in. She wants to get the bats back in her hands right now.
So 1 ball, 2 strikes on Thomas. HUSAC 2 strikeouts already, trying to get Thomas to chase upstairs. Thomas 0 for 3 yesterday, 0 for 3 in the quarterfinals as well. Swings and misses at strike 3. So 3 strikeouts for HUSAC. And Pella, however, takes the lead. A 1-0 score here after 1.5. HUSAC, the strikeout for out number 3.
We're thrilled to announce that for the first time ever, Iowa PBS is bringing live coverage of IGHSAU championships in football, wrestling, and basketball.
Through this partnership with Iowa PBS, our 3 most watched high school sports finals are now freely available.
Enjoy the excitement of the IGHSAU Boys Championships starting in November.
It's amazing when you reflect back on how many young people are involved with the productions of Iowa PBS, from sports to the talent show that we do every year. It's just an amazing celebration of the state of Iowa, and it's the only place where you can turn the TV on and not worry what's going to be on the screen.
One run in the bottom of the first, and a run in the top of the second, as Pella able to get it back, and we go to the bottom of the second inning. North Polk 6, 7, 8 in the order coming to the plate. That begins with Tessa Dillinger, and a first pitch ball.
First pitch drop ball.
We'll see plenty of those. You see Dillinger hitting over 350. It's a great job at the plate. Another kid always has a smile on her face. Here's the 1-0, called strike.
And a great pitch there by Ekoff. She switches it up, attacks the inside of the zone on Dillinger.
Here's a base hit into left field, and it gets by Elizabeth Thomas. Around second, headed for third is Dillinger, sliding in safely. Tessa Dillinger She provides a spark here in the second inning from the leadoff spot.
How about that? Pella does it in the top of the second. North Polk says, watch this, we can do it too. Dillinger gets it past the left fielder, and she is off to the races all the way to third to start this bottom of the second.
And this will get scored as a single and an error on the left fielder. So Dillinger is at third base, credited with a single, but a huge spark using that speed to set up Larissa Koth.
And I mentioned earlier yesterday, 1 through 9, every spot in this North Polk lineup got a hit. They are productive 1 through 9. That is something to watch in this lineup.
All season long, too, you'll see the numbers. North Polk, their team batting average, the best it has been in 5 years. They really focus on attacking each at-bat, and they promote having productive at-bats. That doesn't always mean you get a hit, Allie, but they talk about winning the next pitch. Here's the 2-0, and a grounder rolls foul.
The big thing coaches are looking for is quality at-bats. A quality at-bat can be, you get deep into a count, you move a base runner, you sacrifice yourself for a teammate, or possibly you get a hit. I mean, obviously a home run is also a quality at-bat, but it doesn't have to be the big hit all the time.
Sometimes it's solid contact that might go right to a fielder. The pitch drops off the zone. Now 3 balls and a strike. North Polk locked in on this drop ball from Emma Ekoff. Not chasing much here early in these innings. A leadoff single for Dillinger, who stands at third. And ball 4 now to Larissa Koth. And there's 2 aboard. And so Koth, the DP, will be replaced by Harper Lincoln, the flex player, who will come in to run.
North Polk here in a situation ready to attack. Mulkey. Three for 4 in the game yesterday, 2 singles and a double. So she has been swinging a very hot bat this week.
One of her singles and a 2 RBI single. That came in the third of the semifinals, and tries to put the bunt down and wiggles foul. So no balls and a strike. There you see Dillinger at third base for North Polk. The 3 seed, the home team, since Pella is the 8 seed here in this 4A bracket. Here's the 0-1 to Mulkey.
With Pella this week, some would call it a Cinderella story, but truly this team does not feel that way. They have been playing great, not only this week, but coming into this tournament. Ekoff is at her best. This entire team has been at their best in the month of July.
There's the 1-1, swung on and missed. Strike 2. So Mulkey, her first year as a starter, is just a sophomore. Coach Pender calls her a really hard worker, just a big-time competitor. Same can be said about Ekoff, the pitcher. Mulkey fights that one off.
Mulkey doing a really nice job. She's down in this count. She knows she has to do whatever she can to keep herself alive. On that pitch, Harper Lincoln at first base, starting to get a jump. Wondering if we might see some movement over there.
Harper Lincoln, the third baseman. We could talk about that flex DP situation, but she's in to run right now, and this is chopped foul. Again, Mulkey fighting pitches off.
We talk about quality at bats, and this is exactly what we're talking about when I say that, going deep into account, fouling off pitches.
It makes the pitcher and really the defense work just that much harder.
And your own base runners. Poor Harper Lincoln over there, I think, has tried to steal 3 times in this at bat.
There's another 1-2, and that pitch is upstairs. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Which Pender again saying, win the next pitch. To Alex Mulkey. Ecoff the 2-2, just outside, and the count runs full.
And that's just Mulkey knowing the zone, knowing not to chase that pitch off the plate outside.
That's what you're talking about, top to bottom. The number 8 hitter,
right,
knowing the zone, not chasing on a 2-strike pitch. Here's the 8th pitch of this at bat. Slap to right side, caught by Melvin at second, and the double play at first, and back safely to third is Dillinger. Pella with a huge defensive play. Let's take another look.
And that hit hard off Mulkey's bat, catches the runner in no man's land, and Dillinger able to slide back safe into third.
So a double play, and Dillinger tagging and taking a few steps towards home to see if the defense was paying attention, and drew the throw from Heemstra. And we go to the top of the order. First pitch strike on Maddie Cleaver. Or excuse me, Audrey Lewis, the batter. In the number 9 spot.
And Audrey Lucas is a triple threat at the plate. You'll see showing drag bunt there. Now down out in the count, looking to hit away.
Lucas 1 for 3 in the semifinals. A win over North Scott. Here is the 0-2. Ecoff trying to get her to chase. Ecoff doesn't mind throwing a couple chase pitches when she gets ahead in the count.
Lucy Carlson set up off the plate outside. That was 100% going to be a chase pitch.
There's the 1-2 hit very hard, but foul on that first base side. Lewis with a heck of a rip with 2 strikes right there. Audrey Lewis, younger sister of Lucy Lucas. Here is the 1-2 pitch. And fights that one off.
And a great job there by Lucas. Just get the bat out to it. Not even a full swing, just anything to make contact to keep yourself alive.
So with 2 outs and 1 on. Here's the 1-2. Just missing the zone. What a take by Lucas.
This bottom half of the order making Ecoff work.
There's a slap right side. That's caught in foul territory for out number 3. Ella Heemstra with the snag at first. And it was a leadoff single where Dillinger was at third base to lead off this inning. But North Polk could not push her in. And so no runs after that 1 hit, and leaving 1 stranded. Well, let's take a look at North Polk pitcher Ava Husak as the Comets defense comes out.
Ava Husak, just a ton of power in that pitch. You see her driving through her legs, and you'll see the spin in this pitch, getting that upward movement on the ball. She is a powerful player for the North Polk Comets.
I want to remind you to stay connected with Iowa PBS Sports no matter where you're watching from. Join the conversation. Follow us on Facebook and X and use hashtag Iowa PBS Sports. Right there. Gentleman in the white t-shirt right there. Checking out what is on Facebook or X. But he's definitely checking Iowa PBS Sports.
I bet he is.
I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For a state championship. I don't know what else he would be checking.
He's locked in. He's here. Tell you what, the crowds have been awesome, haven't they? The energy that you get from the crowds and the dugouts here.
And every year, it feels like this 4A class, regardless of what team it is, brings a student section. I absolutely love it.
First pitch strike on Emma Ekoff, who's leading off here in the top of the third.
And we've only played 2 innings. These two teams right now, very evenly matched. 2 hits, 1 run. Both of them will be starting the inning with the leadoff hitter.
Pop fly left side, and it goes foul. Hits the media lift, knocks the sign over. Everybody's okay, though, it appears. So now 2 strikes on Emma Ekoff. We should mention, too, with this Pella Dutch squad, second-seeded Pella's baseball teams in the 3A title game against top-seeded Wahlert. That'll be Friday at noon in Sioux City. It's right on the way for Dodge.
I was going to say,
you got the
this
baseball
student section, they're halfway there.
They're ready for it. They want more from the parents section as well. There's the Dutch students out in full force. Emma Ekoff at the plate. Being tied 1-1. She grounded out to shortstop. Alexandria Mulkey in her first at-bat slaps it right side. Oh my goodness, what a diving catch by Madeline Cleaver.
All week, we have seen the defense shine at this state tournament. And once again, Maddie Cleaver in right field lays it all out on the line for her squad. How about that for a grab?
Well, now, PCM made SportsCenter's #2 play of the day yesterday with a home run robbery right here on this field.
That entire game. The defense, I have never seen anything like it. I have announced a lot of different levels of softball. There was probably 4 web jebs in that game that could have been on the SportsCenter top 10. It was incredible.
PCM and Wahlert. It was Libby Winters pulled one back yesterday.
And her arm was probably 2 feet over the fence when she brought that ball back into fair play.
Just a freshman, I believe, as well. You may see it the next 3 years here at State. That one's up in the zone. So 2 balls and a strike. Avery Parks struck out in the first inning. Here's the 2-1. And called strike 2. And Parks knew it right after she let it go. Parks looks at that one upstairs. Count runs full.
The rise ball there by IGHSAU just above the zone. You'll notice that from her. She tries to throw the rise ball as a chase pitch, but also one like that. See if she can't get a strike call as well.
Up and in, and Parks able to foul it off. Avery Parks trying to find her way on with 1 out here in the 3rd inning for the Pella Dutch. The 8th seed tied 1-1 with the 3rd seeded North Polk Comets of the championship game, and fouling off another pitch.
Avery Parks just fouling them off one by one, regardless of where it's pitched. She's getting her bat to it.
And so we have the 8th pitch of the at-bat coming for Avery Parks. IGHSAU trying to register another strikeout, and she gets it. Strikeout number 4 for IGHSAU, and there's 2 down here in the 3rd.
And IGHSAU has been dominant so far against the top of this Pella lineup. One of their keys to success for North Polk was keep the top part of this lineup quiet.
Katie Shekel a single in her first at-bat. Looks at strike 1, hit in the outside corner is IGHSAU. Shekel a single out to left field. Would be stranded at second in the first inning. Shekel, a junior shortstop. Really good fielder and power hitter. She went 2 for 3 yesterday, 0 for 2 in the quarterfinals, but had 2 walks, including an intentional walk in that quarterfinal round win over Xavier.
And Shekel comes to the plate with the split grip on her bat. Something you don't see a ton in softball, but you see a couple of inches between her hands at the plate.
Brings that one back into the stands. I've talked to, I didn't ask Shekel specifically about it, but I've talked to other players about it. It's just something they get comfortable with. They try it and it feels comfortable. They stick with it and then they practice it.
Yeah, it's a matter of comfort. You see some college teams will go entirely to it, but rare in high school to see entire teams do it. But I mean, you just have to line up where you're comfortable. It gives that top hand more power through the zone.
And curves off the strike zone for ball 3. Here's the 3-2. This is fisted up into the air. And Caitlin Cleaver, the senior, settles underneath it for out number 3. So 3 up, 3 down here in the 3rd inning as the North Polk defense settles in. And one more strikeout for IGHSAU for North Polk. And speaking of pitchers, let's go Emma Ekoff in slow motion.
I tell you what, Ekoff is going to work down in the zone. We talk about IGHSAU throwing that rise ball. Ekoff is all drop ball. It's going to come at your waist, and it's the bottom of it will fall right out on you as you're trying to swing. She has been so dominant so far this tournament for the Pella Dutch.
Here's our upcoming high school sports that's coming only on Iowa PBS. Girls volleyball state championships, Iowa high school football state championships coming in November, as well as boys wrestling, girls basketball, and boys basketball as we welcome the Boys High School Athletic Association to the Iowa PBS sports family. It's going to be a lot of fun, as is the rest of this 4A championship game. We move to the bottom of the 3rd inning. Top of the order, Maddie Cleaver will lead things off.
Top of the order for North Polk, right fielder Maddie Cleaver.
Cleaver steps out. Made that web jam worthy play out in right field. As you have a lot of plays, both defensive plays. We've had grand slams. I know of at least 3 grand slams we've had this week
I think it'd
at
be
the
fun.
state softball tournament. A load of home runs.
Put together a highlight package from the whole tournament. I mean, it would be fun to watch.
It's incredible. There's a lot of highlights too floating around social media. A new platform, IA softball, that had a heavy presence here at state. It's a lot of fun seeing all of these kids' hard work pay off and then get recognized, get seen by so many people across the state. If you see something in your feed, give it a share. Here's the 1-1. It's 1-2.
Eekhoff slowing it down between pitches a little more than she usually does. Usually she's on the rubber. She's ready to go right away. Taking her time between pitches right now. It's kind of keeping Cleaver a little off balance in the batter's box.
She threw a lot of pitches in that second inning. The bottom of the order made her work, and there's a drop ball that's slapped out into left field by Maddie Cleaver. So the highlight defensively and the base hit to start the third.
And as you mentioned, just that drop ball going low in the zone, but Cleaver able to throw her hands down to it and poke that ball into right field, or excuse me, left field.
6 o'clock flight buzzing over top of Harlan and Hazel Rogers Sports Complex here in Fort Dodge, Iowa. Ava Kudelka, the batter. Leadoff single for Cleaver. Snap throw down to first, and back safely in time is Maddie Cleaver. Maddie's mom, Tracy Cleaver, is the assistant coach and stands at first base. Tracy, the mom of both Maddie and Caitlin Cleaver.
Nothing like your own mom yelling at you to get back on the base. Nice bunt.
Bunt by Kudelka, first base side, and just getting Kudelka at first. About the hustle by Eekhoff to get to that as Heemstra then slid back to cover first.
A very, very close play at first base. We've seen several teams in this state tournament keep their first baseman back on the bunt, forcing Eekhoff to make the play down the line. But a job well done by North Polk. Maddie Cleaver now at second in scoring position for the heart of this North Polk lineup.
And Ava IGHSAU, the batter. IGHSAU, a fielder's choice in her first at-bat. Grounder to the second baseman, Melvin, who flipped it to get Kudelka out at second.
I don't know if we're in a situation yet where you want to intentionally pitch around any hitters, but we are in a situation where you need to be careful with Ava IGHSAU at the plate. We're in a 1-1 ball game in the bottom of the third, heading into the middle of this game. A 3-1 game's a lot different than a 1-1 ball game.
10 home runs on the season for IGHSAU. Coming into the state tournament, hit one yesterday in the semis when she went 3 for 3. One's down in the dirt. Good block behind the dish by Lucy Carlson to keep Cleaver at second.
As a catcher, keep that ball in front and the runner will stay.
IGHSAU draws the walk, and you're okay with that?
I'm totally okay with that. That is not a bad walk. Pella now with the force at third base. Also the double play opportunity up the middle.
So courtesy runner Ava Fielen comes back in the game. Fielen scored North Polk's only run of the game in the first inning when she was courtesy running for IGHSAU. Advanced to second on a wild pitch, then stole third and scored as the throw went into left field. She stands at first with Maddie Cleaver at second. And Lucy Lucas, the batter, walked in her first at-bat. She was left stranded at third. First pitch strike from Emma Ekoff. Just one out. Ekoff trying to get out of this third inning.
That one just off the plate outside. A good hold by Lucas to even this count.
Lucy Lucas, the catcher, a vocal leader defensively. Just does a great job working pitches, and having that catcher's perspective as a hitter can sometimes help you. You certainly know the strike zone by the time you're getting to the plate.
You do, and I mean, being a vocal leader, that's exactly what you want from your catcher. She's truly the leader of the defense, needs to be in charge, in control at all times.
There's the 2-1 grounder, rolls right side and foul before Heemstra is able to get a glove on it. So 2 balls, 2 strikes goes the count. Lucas, that protective pad on her right elbow. Digs in, 2 balls, 2 strikes. And calls time and wants to reset. Has some really nice pink batting gloves too, or one, I guess.
Really,
goes with
really
the one
bright.
glove. Really bright. It fits the
Fits the
Iowa girl
personality.
feel, though, of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union.
How about new this year, the big logo in center field and down the lines. Really bringing the pink. I love that. That is so cool.
New addition here in 2025. Avery Parks, parked right at the top of the Iowa girl.
And for a week of center fielders running on it, still looks really nice.
Really good shape, isn't it? The crew here at Harlan and Hazel Rogers Sports Complex does a fantastic job. Called strike 3. Lucy Lucas down on strikes, and there's 2 away. First strikeout of the game for Ekoff.
And it couldn't have come at a bigger time. That is a huge out for this Pella Dutch defense, leaving those runners at first and second, now with 2 outs.
So Caitlin Cleaver at the plate. Younger sister Maddie Cleaver at second. Fjelland at first. And Caitlin looks at strike 1. Caitlin Cleaver in her 4th trip to state, went her 8th grade year, and now as a sophomore, junior, and senior, finally making it to the title game. Fouls that one away. No balls, 2 strikes. She said, I have been working for this for 5 years. Again, North Polk in their 19th state tournament, 3rd consecutive. For Pella, just their 2nd state softball tournament in school history. The only other year, 2015. There's the 0-2. Grounder to the third baseman. Parks, tough play, and just gets Cleaver in time. Riley Parks, the sophomore, helps Pella get out of the jam. 2 on, but 2 left on, as Parks with the clean throw gets the hustling Cleaver. We head to the 4th.
I'm Andrew Bott, Executive Director and General Manager at Iowa PBS.
And I'm Chris Cuellar, Communications Director for the Iowa High School Athletic Association.
We're thrilled to announce that for the first time ever, Iowa PBS is bringing live coverage of IHSAA championships in football, wrestling, and basketball.
We know our fans have been asking for easily accessible championship coverage. Through this partnership with Iowa PBS, our 3 most watched high school sports finals are now freely available.
Starting in 2025 and 2026, Iowa PBS will broadcast and stream every thrilling final, statewide and accessible to all.
It's everything you love about Iowa high school sports. The action, the victories, the heartaches, and our communities on the biggest stage.
Enjoy the excitement of the IHSAA Boys Championships starting in November, featuring all 7 classes of football finals.
It's time for the top of the 4th inning. Pella comes to the plate. A good one here. Through the first 3 innings, 1-1 score. Pella with 2 hits. North Polk with 3 hits. And IGHSAU in the circle. First pitch to Lucy Carlson. A ball. IGHSAU, 75% of her first pitches have been strikes on batters in those first 3 innings.
She likes to get ahead in the count. She really attacks the zone early on these hitters. A rare at-bat for her here behind 2-0.
And Carlson looks at a strike. We talked to Lucy Carlson after yesterday's semifinal win and said, our mentality this week has been, we know we're a good team, we just need to keep battling. Lucy's brothers in the baseball tournament. Oh, what a snag by IGHSAU. There's one away.
Really tough on parents for families that have a kiddo in the baseball tournament and the softball tournament this year, playing the same week. Luckily, the championships on different days for them. So I'm sure a lot of families, we talked about the student section earlier, but a lot of families going from Fort Dodge to Sioux City tomorrow.
12 o'clock Friday. Pella, the 2 seed, will take on top-seeded Wahlert right now. The Pella softball team, the 8 seed, taking on 3rd-seeded North Polk. IGHSAU's pitch off the plate. And 2 balls, no strikes. Maybe it's the announcer jinx where I say 75% of her first pitches were strikes, and the first 2 batters here in the 4th see a pair of balls. Ella Heemstra, the batter, slaps that. Good pitch right side and a diving play by Caitlin Cleaver, the senior who's headed to Wartburg.
It is tough to sneak in any hits on this defense when they're laying out like that. IGHSAU appreciates the work by Cleaver at second.
So Abby Melvin now the batter. Good look at Cleaver. There's that first pitch strike we've been talking about.
She heard you.
Melvin led off the 2nd inning with a triple. Slapped it to right center, rolled all the way to the fence. And you saw the full speed of Melvin on display.
And 2 pitches in a row here. IGHSAU is throwing fire. She's getting that upward spin on the ball, and she is throwing it hard.
IGHSAU drew the walk, was pumped up. The bottom of the 3rd, just off the plate. Didn't miss by much. That's a great 0-2 pitch, isn't it?
I love it. You're 1 to 2 balls off the plate outside. See if you can get the hitter to chase or possibly get that strike call.
Melvin on the 1-2, chases upstairs. Strike 3, and it's 3 up, 3 down. The 5th strikeout for IGHSAU comes here in the 4th. We watch it again.
Just a great pitch by IGHSAU. North Polk is loving it right now.
All right, well, so far, Pella and North Polk, this has been a barn burner. Last time these 2 teams met, it was a 3-1 decision. North Polk got the win, but we are joined now with Pella Dutch head coach Katie Banowitz. Coach, how is the team settling into this championship environment so far?
Yeah, obviously the first couple of innings were a little nervous, but now I feel like we're starting to settle in, kind of get into our groove. Outfielders are finally getting some balls for the first time in a while, so kind of taking a deep breath and enjoying the moment.
And what's the approach? You guys have seen IGHSAU through the order now. What's the approach second time through, and how you're going to rack up a few more runs?
Yeah, the biggest thing that we've been saying, get that front side down early, keep your hands high, just trying to go attack something early in the count before she can go ahead and get something, trying to get us with her rise ball.
And Coach, no wedding mishaps so far today? Nothing that's changed your routine?
Not yet, no. Got a couple more days for that to happen.
Coach, thanks a lot for joining us.
Thank you.
All right, Pella Dutch head coach Katie Banowitz getting married on Saturday. As this is one of the best stories, I think, Allie, I heard all week. There is the fiance, Josh Mayhew, as he's also a high school teacher and coach, as he coaches girls wrestling, girls track and field, and football. And the kids were telling me in the post-game interview, they're like, Coach made a promise to us that if we win state, we get to all go to Coach's wedding. Okay, and so Coach, I got her story. She's like, well, we got engaged last year, and so that was the deal I made with them last year. So they're getting married on Saturday now. So I asked Josh, all right, Josh, what do we do? He's like, I heard the kids are going to try and find us. He's like, this is what you can tell people. Championship game Thursday, the rehearsal is Friday, the wedding is Saturday, and the reception is at an unknown location. I could not get it out of him where the reception is at.
They will never find out.
He said he may have a bouncer on hand, so Pella Dutch softball team, you have been warned. Good luck with trying to earn the right into your coach's wedding.
Well, they're doing a good job so far this game, a 1-1 ball game. Pella's key, this needs to be a close matchup till the end.
Bottom of the fourth here, 1 ball, 2 strikes.
And I mentioned earlier, North Polk yesterday had 16 hits in the semifinal. Their bats have been much quieter today in the championship.
Slap right side to Abby Melvin. Second baseman makes the easy flip over to Ella Heemstra for out number 1. Pella has been charged with 2 errors. The run in the first inning that was given up. An unearned run due to that error. Now the batter, Larissa Koth, the DP. Emma Ekoff registered her 400th career strikeout this season. Pumps a strike in there. Emma Ekoff, by the way, want to talk first pitch strikes, just 50% of the batters in the first 3 innings.
And it's been just as effective is the thing with the drop ball. She knows she's not going to always throw it for a strike, but it's been so effective in keeping these hitters on their toes.
And now ahead, no balls, 2 strikes on Koth. Koth drew a walk in the second inning in her first at bat. Here's the 0-2 pitch, and that slap left side. Oh, juggling nearly catch by Katie Shekel. It was in her glove and then flipped out as she tried to secure it. And that was a hard hit ball. That'll go down as a single.
This ball just peppered off her bat. That would have been an amazing play. Regardless, though, able to keep it in the infield and limit the damage to a single.
Alex Mulkey is now the batter. The grounder up the middle. That's going to get into center field for a base hit. And there's 2 Comets aboard here in the 4th.
Base hit up the middle from Mulkey. Moves Cope to second. That'll bring up the
Mulkey attacking early in the count, goes right between Ekoff's legs. North Polk starting to play a little bit of base-to-base softball.
Getting it done in the bottom half of the order once again. You see production up and down this North Polk lineup. Audrey Lucas is now the batter. She lined out to the first baseman, Ella Heemstra. And her first at-bat, that came in the 2nd. And now runners off the bases retreating as Lucy Carlson fakes the throw to second to send Koth back to the base.
And I like the drag bunt call there. Audrey Lucas unable to get the bunt down, but got the defense moving, keep the defense guessing in this situation.
Here's a grounder slap. Ekoff's going to try and go to third. Oh, and gets the force. What a play.
Wow. A bold move by Ekoff. That is not your typical play you'll see on a slap. Having your pitcher spin all the way around to get the lead runner.
I see it with a left-handed pitcher. Maybe if they go to third right away, it's an easier
99% of the time.
Still going to first, right?
Right-handed pitcher, 99% of the time is going to first.
There's a grounder, foul territory right side. All right, I was talking to Emma Ekoff, too, about this whole wedding deal that they had with head coach Katie Banowitz. She said Coach Bano's mom came to all the players and said, make this the most stressful week of her life.
I mean, I think
like
they've achieved that. Yeah.
In a good way, right? Like she meant well.
They're doing a good job of it.
Coach Bano says the players' moms have been super supportive. She said they came to me right after the regional final and said, what do you need for the wedding? Like
so
that
nice.
was the mom's top priority, all the parents chipping in. Maddie Cleaver, no balls, 2 strikes.
A high-stakes situation. North Polk, 2 runners on. Foul ball by Cleaver. North Polk has been able to get runners on base throughout this game. Just not able to really move them around.
You have Mulkey at second, Lucas at first. As Ekoff got Koth out at third on the ground out. Now there's 2 away. Any base will get you out of the inning. Cleaver looks at one off the plate. And that is just ball 1 in this at-bat.
Ekoff very rarely goes to that off-speed pitch, but ahead 0-2, she knows she doesn't need to throw it for a strike.
A 1-1 game here in the 4th. Here's the 1-2 pop fly, right field. And Braylon Van Zanti underneath it makes the catch. And Pella gets out of the inning after 2 runners are aboard. 4 innings are complete. And the Pella defense strands 2 more runners. That is 6 in this game. As we've seen fantastic defensive plays and some good at-bats. And now we bring in North Polk head coach Addie Pender. Coach, how is your Comets squad settling in here to the championship vibes in Fort Dodge?
Yeah, this is awesome. They're doing a really good job of staying composed and not letting the moment become too big.
And what are you seeing from your lineup today? I know 16 hits yesterday. What do you want to see as the game goes on to produce that winning run?
Yeah, just a game of adjustments. We got to keep putting the ball in play and keep barreling it up, and we'll score some runs here.
Coach, IGHSAU 5 strikeouts. Do you like what you've seen out of your senior pitcher?
Yeah, absolutely. She's fired up, and that's what we need out there.
Coach, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
All right, Addie Pender, North Polk Comets head coach. Allie, also engaged and getting married. Will be getting married later this fall. But her fiance Zach Ostendorf is up in the stand sitting next to Addie's #1 fan, Grandpa Ed Pender. He is here in the house. I was able to talk with Grandpa Ed, and man, I tell you what, he is fired up for these North Polk Comets.
So cool. And you have to think he's been to quite a few softball games between Addie's and now her coaching career.
A collision over by first base, and Riley Parks is going to be called out for interfering with the defender, Tessa Dillinger.
And that is the correct call. Dillinger going for the ball. The runner needs to make way. See, she's way out towards the pitcher, out of the base path.
So Coach Pender asking home plate umpire Stan Schmidt for an explanation as he gives one.
And that's tough. I mean, when you're running towards first base, it's hard to get yourself right on the line, but she's 3 or 4 feet into fair play. You have to let Dillinger field that ball.
It's popped back out of play by Braylon Van Zanti.
I think, though, something to point out, neither player was injured in that collision.
Yep.
I mean, they were both going full speed. Could have been a lot worse than it was.
Both players doing what they're supposed to be doing. You bunt it up, you got to run it out in case it stays fair. And Dillinger charging to try and make the play. Van Zanti sack bunt in the second inning. The 1-1 off the plate. 2 balls and a strike. When I was talking to Grandpa Pender, Allie, he started telling me everything about Addie Pender. Oh, you know, she was an assistant at Johnson, down the center ground. She was a fly ball right field. Madeline Cleaver underneath it to make the catch. 2 away. Enjoyed watching her play too. Played at Johnston, played with Brooke Wilmus, who will be inducted into the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union Hall of Fame tonight, coming up in the 5A game, so stay tuned. As Coach Pender was a catcher since she started playing. Parents Sherry and Jay got her started, and Grandpa's 92 years old and here battling the heat. As he grew up in Council Bluffs, said he didn't get to play high school ball, played some American Legion baseball. Was a pretty good basketball player back in the day. Here's the 0-1, fouled straight back by Elizabeth Thomas. No balls, 2 strikes.
And both of Thomas's foul balls so far have been hard hit off her bat. Straight back. She has it timed up pretty well just underneath it right now.
Good fans on here. Some of them still tracking down that Iowa PBS Sports tag. Here's the 0-2. Swung on and missed. Strikeout number 6 for Ava Husak. As she adds another here in the top of the 5th. Bottom of the 5, North Polk. Opportunity to break this tie next. And so far, these 2 teams have been fun, and the fans are going to enjoy 5th inning stretch. Let's join in. This is my best part of Fort Dodge softball. Tim Fitzpatrick on the mic, folks.
A 2, a 3, take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jack. I don't care if I ever get back, for it's root for the. If they don't win, it's a shame, for it's 3 strikes, you're out at the whole ball game.
Nice job. They get the crowd pumped up. We've got the dugout cam here. Allie, you pointed out the big Girls Union logo in center field. They had a T-shirt cannon that they were firing off this week as well, shooting T-shirts into the crowd. And yesterday, the wind was about, what, 15 mile an hour, maybe gusting a little bit more. You had to be a dead-eye to try and hit the stands with the T-shirt cannon. The only person that I saw able to hit the stands with the T-shirt cannon was Erin Gerlich, the executive director of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union. She dropped some bombs on there, and that's a fair ball right over the base for Ava Kudelka, who gets held to a single. Great hustle by Elizabeth Thomas, the senior left fielder. And North Polk starts off the 5th inning with a base hit.
And you said it, the hustle by Thomas to keep this in front of her and limit the damage to just a single. But now Ava Husak, the dangerous bat in this Comet lineup, up to the plate.
Tracked it down in that hashtag Iowa Girl painted in foul territory. Husak walked in her last at bat. Grounded into a fielder's choice back in the 1st inning. Husak also 6 strikeouts through 5 innings, has given up 1 run on 2 hits and stranded 2 runners. Slaps this one over top of 3rd and off the glove of Riley Parks, as that's a very tough play. Parks running backwards, trying the over-the-shoulder catch. Couldn't come up with it.
And a great hustle by Parks, but just loses her footing at the very beginning. And Husak's going to get a courtesy runner here.
We'll take another look at this one.
You see, just gets right on the palm of the glove.
And this gets scored as a single. It will not be an error. Scored as a single as Riley Parks, the 3rd baseman. They're always at least 2 steps in front of that 3rd base bag. She had to cover a lot of ground to get back to get to the ball. Now Lucy Lucas to the plate. Ava Fielen in to run for Husak at 1st. Kudelka at 2nd. And Lucas fouls it back.
And a critical moment here for the sacrifice bunt, needing to get the runners moved into scoring position. Last inning in her conversation with Coach Pender, she didn't seem too worried. She said the runs are coming. We just have to wait and see when, but this seems like the prime opportunity for North Polk.
Back-to-back singles to open up the bottom of the 5th. Kudelka and Husak coming up at the plate. Now Lucy Lucas, the batter, puts one down, first base side, and Ecoff lets it roll foul. What a heads-up play.
Well played by Emma Ecoff. That would have been a bunt single for Lucas right down the line.
Lucas put it in a great spot, just slid a little bit into foul territory, and back to the plate she goes, now behind, no balls, 2 strikes. Ecoff the 0-2, throws one down low.
0-2 there. She showed bunt twice, just seeing if she could get the defense to move. Typically not a bunt situation when you have 2 strikes, but they need these runners moving.
There's the 1-2, and Lucas does a good job holding. Lucas, the senior catcher, will play softball at DMAC. Talking to Lucy, says she just loves what the DMAC program has, a family feel there. Loves Coach Ligori. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Lucas grounds it right side, gets past Ecoff. Melvin picks it up, gets the out as runners advance to 2nd and 3rd. and there's one out.
And that turns into the same thing a sacrifice bunt would have been, just had to do it in the more unconventional way. But North Polk now runners with second and third. You'll see Lucas here just getting right on top of that. A nice job to get the ground ball to the right side.
So Caitlin Cleaver now comes up in a critical moment here. One out, two runners in scoring position for the Comets. First pitch hammered towards left field and goes foul. Some hitters go up, you look for your pitch, and Caitlin Cleaver found her pitch there. Cleaver, like her teammate Lucas, will play college ball next year. Caitlin headed to Wartburg to be a Knight. Here's the 0-1. Bunt pushed right side. And Heemstra comes up to field it in fair territory, and North Polk takes the lead. Kudelka scores from third on the sacrifice bunt by Caitlin Cleaver.
A perfectly executed squeeze play here by North Polk right down the line. She's taken off all the way. Not even a play at home plate. North Polk up 2-1.
So 2 down now. The Elland advancing to third on the play, so still an opportunity 60 feet away to put another run in. Tessa Dillinger looks at ball one. Dillinger 1 for 2. Single came in the second inning. She ended up at third base on that as they charged an error to Elizabeth Thomas. Here's the 1-0 and foul ball. Tessa Dillinger. We saw Rick Dillinger in the stands before this game started.
Tessa's grandpa, a name a lot of Iowa high school softball fans know.
Grounder right side. Melvin handles it nicely. Grandpa, longtime coach in the high school ranks, spent some time as an assistant at the University of Iowa. And North Polk adds a run, takes a 2-1 lead after 5 innings. This 4A championship game. IGHSAU, the pitcher, headed to Drake. Out to try and work through the top of the order, which is coming up for Pella. We'll see Emma Ekoff lead things off.
And I know it's only the 6th inning. We still have 6 outs left for both these teams, but right now is the opportunity for this Pella Dutch.
Let's take a look at some of our highlights here of our game thus far. Back in the first inning.
North Polk going with the steal, able to come all the way around to get the run up first.
And then Pella got to work the bunt, the throw to first, and then the throw home not in time as Abby Melvin scored after her leadoff triple.
And then it was Cleaver's squeeze play to bring the runner around, take the lead 2-1 heading here into the 6th inning.
There is Grandpa Pender, 92 years old. Ed loves this softball team and just loves what Addie has built here and just the energy around the kids that she has going. And just as, man, she's learned from some fantastic coaches, but she is certainly showing she is one heck of a coach herself. As Addie Pender played at Johnston High School, was state runners-up as a sophomore and senior, state champion in 2014 on the all-tournament team. Teammates with Brooke Wilmus, played at Luther College, was part of that Luther D3 World Series team. In OKC, placed 3rd in that national tournament. A catcher her whole life. And you know, you've been talking how catchers have to be leading that defense.
Catchers make some great coaches, and just they know the game so well. And I just mentioned it before, if Pella's gonna attack, this is the inning they need to do it. Top of the lineup up with Ekoff, looking to help her own cause. And Husak strategically staying off the plate outside.
So 3 balls and a strike now with Emma Ekoff, a dangerous hitter at the plate. And Husak does not want to challenge, and Pella has a base runner.
I've been a softball player and coach my entire life. A leadoff walk is a dangerous thing.
So Haley DeVries, the courtesy runner for Pella here in the top of the 6th. So DeVries at first, Avery Parks is the batter. Parks, 2 strikeouts in her first 2 trips to the plate. Ava Husak has had her number. 6 strikeouts in the game for Husak. Parks pops the first pitch up.
And North Polk knows right away what she's doing before that pitch. They were in a bunt defense. Lincoln at third and Dillinger at first are playing pretty far up the line, expecting the sacrifice.
There's the 0-1, and Parks swings at it. No balls, 2 strikes now. So Parks will go into a 2-strike mentality here at the plate. Husak will try and find a way to sit her down for the 3rd time today. Parks lays off the pitch upstairs.
And that rise ball's been the go-to pitch for Husak against Parks. She's gotten her to chase twice in earlier at-bats.
Parks, a sophomore. Twin sister Riley Parks is at third. Avery, your center fielder, mixing another one off the plate. 2-2. Older Parks sister Madison Parks, we mentioned, played at the University of Northern Iowa. She's the one in the Pella stands, a nervous wreck. There's the 2-2. Good eye by little sister. Avery runs the count full after falling behind 0-2.
And a nice job in this at bat, not chasing the pitches she's seen throughout the game.
Husak sets. Parks thought it was inside. It's called strike 3. 1 down. 7th strikeout for Ava Husak.
Ava Husak knows she needs a strike, attacks right at the knees, inside, gets the backwards K.
Husak 1 strikeout in the quarterfinal round against Western Dubuque, 7 in the semis against North Scott, and now 7 here in the championship game. And Katie Scheckel, the Dutch batter, comes to the plate with DeVries at first, running for Ekoff. Up and in, and Scheckel fouls it back.
Coming into the state tournament, Scheckel had 30 RBIs on the season. So if there's someone you want at the plate in this situation, it is Katie Scheckel.
1-1 is off the plate. 2-1 to count. Scheckel 15 doubles, 6 home runs, 2nd on the team in bombs, and that foul ball towards our camera crew. 2-2, fantastic crew, by the way. This Iowa PBS production crew does a phenomenal job from top to bottom, making us tell this game as best we can. Josh Buettner, Andy Coyle leading this team. There's a stolen base into center field. On her way to third is DeVries, and it gets away from Kudelka. Around third and scoring without a throw, Haley DeVries.
And Lucy Lucas, the catcher for North Polk, ready for that steal. Throws it, unfortunately, into no man's land for the Comets. And heads up base running, coming all the way around to score. See her running into third. She wasn't expecting to be waved home after taking one extra base.
So time called by Addie Pender. A quick visit to the circle, bringing the infield in.
And once again, we have a new ball game here in the 6th.
So an error charge to Lucy Lucas on the throw. Here's the 3-2. And it is ball 4. And Shekel is aboard. So Lucy Carlson steps up. A walk in her first at-bat. Grounded out in the 4th inning. A comebacker right back to Husak.
Husak right now missing above the zone. Spot she really doesn't miss a ton at. And the Pella crowd is loud right now.
There's a high fly ball. Back goes Kudelka and settles underneath it. Maybe 10 feet in front of the fence. Carlson gave it a ride, and there's 2 away as Shekel trots back to first. Kudelka, the junior.
A well-hit ball.
Yes.
Yeah, well hit ball by Lucy Carlson. You could hear it off the bat. She got all of it.
Eamstra looks at ball 1. Off the outside edge of the plate from Husak. Eamstra 0 for 2, but has made contact in both plate appearances. Looks at that one off the plate. 2-0. Popped out to Lincoln at third, and then had a line drive to Caitlin Cleaver, the second baseman, made a diving catch. And now Lucy Lucas calls time to go help Ava Husak reset.
And I like this timeout call by Lucas. Go out, talk to your pitcher. Down in the count. Telling her, hey, let's just come back with a strike, get ourselves back on top. Let's get the bats back in our hands.
They've been together since the 5th grade. Lucy, we talked about how she is that vocal leader and just knows Ava so well. There's a slap right side. That's through the infield for a base hit. On her way to third is Shekel. And safe at third. Lincoln may have lost the ball trying to apply the tag.
And a nice throw in from right field by Maddie Cleaver to make that play close.
And here's another look. She just beat her to the base.
Yeah.
What hustle and effort from Shekel to go first to third on that play. And Heemstra heads up base running. She's at second base as well. And now Abby Melvin comes to the plate after that 2-out single. As Pella have 2 runners in scoring position.
You just feel the momentum right now is with Pella. Their crowd is loud.
this Pella team has a few players that were in the 4A championship game for volleyball this last fall. Katie Shekel, the 4A volleyball player of the year.
We'll have a timeout on the field. I think we need a Band-Aid.
Right elbow looks bloody. That is your 4A volleyball player of the year, by the way. Katie Shekel, who just had first slid into third base. Led the team in kills, digs, and aces in the fall. Also had Eekhoff, DeYoung, and Ella Heemstra. A big part of that volleyball team. And sometimes being in even a championship environment like state volleyball will help prepare you for state softball. First trip to state for Pella since 2015. So that volleyball experience is huge.
Yeah, there's not a lot of environments like this where you have this many fans watching a game, student sections on top of the field yelling.
First pitch to Melvin, below the knees. Head coach Katie Banowitz in year number 2, leading the Pella Dutch. Has seen her team tie it up here in the 6th, looking for more. Here's a base hit, left center field. This will score 2. Abby Melvin delivers with a sliding 2 RBI double, and the Pella Dutch are in front.
This place is absolutely rocking after that double by Melvin. A perfect piece of hitting out into left center. And all the momentum has shifted the Dutch's way.
Kudelka got to it as quick as she could and got it in, but could not keep Melvin from making it an extra base hit. As Shekel scored and Heemstra scored from second easily, and now Riley Parks is the batter. Parks in her last at-bat called out for interference as Dillinger was trying to catch her bunt attempt that popped up in the air.
Husak ahead in the count. North Polk needs so badly to quiet this game down right now.
Starting to see a few shadows trickle over top of the infield dirt. Here's the 0-2. Swung on and missed. So 8 strikeouts now for Ava Husak, but the Pella Dutch with a 3-run 6th inning take a 4-2 lead. Well, rising from the ashes for a 2nd consecutive season, it's college wrestling. The heart of the mat beats in the great state of Iowa. Catch the grit, the glory, and the champions of tomorrow. Featuring the Hawkeye women, Cyclone men, NAIA Division 2 and 3. There might be some double headers as well. Join us as college wrestling coverage returns again this December on Iowa PBS. Viking would make a good cameraman, I think. As there you see the North Polk crowd in the shade. The Pella crowd in the sun, but they don't mind the heat. They're up 4-2.
And this Pella crowd has just added to this game so much. They have been so loud, these players feeding off that energy.
So that 3-run 6th inning, 2 walks and 2 hits, turns into 3 runs and 1 left on base. 2 RBI double by Abby Melvin.
And North Polk still has 6 outs to work with. Their bats have really started to come alive over the last couple innings, now up to 7 hits on the game. They need to start off this inning getting some runners on base.
Emma Eekhoff, the pitch off the plate for ball 1 to Larissa Koth. Heading into that inning, Allie, North Polk had retired 12 straight batters in a row since that Melvin triple. Melvin would score the first run.
And the softball gods would tell you the leadoff walk.
Yeah.
It always leads to something.
So Koth with a single. That line drive ripped to the shortstop, Katie Shekel. Shekel could not hold on to it. That came in the 4th inning. Koth, the senior. It's that ultimate utility player. How about this, Allie? You're going to love this kid. He's played left, third, catcher, and DP. He's the DP here in this championship game. Just has owned her role, and whatever night coach has asked her to play, she's up for it.
However she can help the team, she's up to the challenge.
Koth headed to Kansas State to be a student in the fall. There's the 3-1, and Ecoff fooled Koth on that one. And you hear Addie Penderlot win the next pitch. Win the next pitch. Keeping the focus. There's a slap up the middle. Shekel fields the throw to Heemstra in time for out number 1.
Heemstra played that really, really well. Gets the ball in her glove, goes to shuffle across, makes the perfect throw across the diamond.
There's another look.
Making it look easy out there.
Katie Shekel, solid at shortstop. Alex Mulkey now the batter. 1 for 2. Oh, right up the middle. Ecoff, cat-like reflexes.
And all Ecoff can do there is laugh when the ball comes at you like that. You're just glad you get your glove up. Coming at you.
Held on to secure the out. Audrey Lucas now the batter here in the 9 spot for North Polk. Trailing by 2 in the 6th inning. Top of the order in the on-deck circle in Maddie Cleaver. Here's the 1-0. Hard into foul territory, first base side.
And Lucas at the bottom of the lineup has gone deep into counts so far in this game. A ton of foul balls off her bat. Put the ball in play in both of her at bats.
Here's the 1-1. Catches the top of the zone. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Emma Ecoff using her drop ball to work through this North Polk lineup. Tried to get Lucas to chase. Just 1 strikeout in this game. There's a hard hit ball into right field. Van Zanti giving chase and into foul territory. It falls. Lucas with a big hit, but she will head back to the batter's box as it lands foul.
I mentioned it earlier. Lucas has it timed up right. That ball was crushed down the line.
Coach Pender says Audrey's always singing a song in the dugout during practice. Those kids are singing during their at-bat. Gets your timing in there, and the count runs full. Lucas locked in on the zone now. Two outs here in the 6th inning. And it's ball 4.
A great at-bat by Audrey Lucas to turn this lineup over here in the 6th.
So top of the order comes to the plate. Maddie Cleaver. She's 1 for 3. She's made contact every time. Again, North Polk and Pella, they met back on July 1st. North Polk got the 3-1 win. That came a day after North Polk's last loss, and Pella trying to avenge their last loss. Nice play by Heemstra to get the out all on her own. And we are headed to the 7th inning. It is a 4-2 game, the 8th seed with the lead.
A long time ago, the Iowa State Fair crossed that line from being an event to being part of life.
It's exhilarating. There's a buzz and an energy. Everything kind of vibrates. It's the biggest arena to show on in Iowa. It's our home away from home. This is where we are in the summer.
There's so much to see here. You can't do it in 1 or 2 days.
Join us for this brand new program August 5th.
Showcase giving us a jolt of adrenaline here at the Girls State Softball Tournament. And the 3rd season of Studio 3 Live premieres in September on Iowa PBS. You can check out song clips from previous seasons on our YouTube channel and full shows on our website, iowapbs.org. Join our mailing list there to get updates about events and find out what you can be part of our studio audience. 8-9-1 for the Pella Dutch after putting up 3 runs on just 2 hits, but 2 walks in that game, or in that inning. No balls, 2 strikes now on Braylon Van Zanti. Van Zanti 0 for 2. Swung on and missed, strike 3.
And HUSAC was straight dealing in that at-bat. We could hear the pop of Lucas's glove on all 3 of those pitches.
Strikeout number 9.
0-2 count. She goes off the plate outside. I love the pitch call there. Get the hitter to chase.
We're going to have a pinch hitter come in here in the 7th. As Sage DeYoung, the senior, coming up to hit in the 7th for Elizabeth Thomas. DeYoung on the season. I'm showing 4 at-bats, 1 hit. Easy math for a .250 batting average.
No better time than now for the 2nd.
Ava HUSAC trying to work through this 7th inning without any damage. The senior headed to Drake next year. Drake with a current or excuse me, Pella with a current Drake player on their staff. Ava Curry, an assistant coach.
And Sage DeYoung, while she has had limited at-bats, has had quite a few appearances in the circle for the Dutch throughout the season, has played a big role defensively for this team with 55 innings pitched.
6-3 record. 28 strikeouts from the circle as well this season. There's the 2-2 off the plate, and she works the count full. Here in the 7th with one away.
And a good at bat in a pinch hit situation.
Three-two, short pop up into the middle of the infield. What a long run and diving catch made by Mulkey.
Mulkey here, a defensive gem for North Polk. Able to prevent the infield single.
Good at bat from DeYoung. And the first pitch to Eekhoff. Missing up. Emma Eekhoff, a home run in the quarterfinals, a home run in the semifinals. She walked and scored a run in the 6th. Rather, DeVries, the courtesy runner, scored the run.
And I think a home run right here would just be a dagger in this game.
Try and give herself an insurance run. 2 balls, no strikes. If Husak gives her something to hit. That one might have been it right there. There's the 2-1. Change of speed for strike one.
Husak in the 2-0 count, unafraid to mix up the speeds, catch the outside corner.
Grounder up the middle. A base hit for Eekhoff here in the title game. As she's aboard for the 2nd time in as many innings, and Haley DeVries into courtesy run once again. She stole 2nd and then scored as the throw went into center field. And she stands at first now with 2 outs. And Avery Parks, the batter. Shows bunt, pulls it back, and Husak misses high.
And Parks just trying to find any way on against Husak. She has struggled today at the plate.
And kind of a defensive bunt that's going to turn into an infield single as Avery Parks is aboard for the first time.
Not a way we're used to seeing hitters get on base, but as you mentioned, just defensive, able to get her hands up to it to poke it past the 3rd baseman Lincoln.
And Addie Pender out to ask home plate umpire Stan Schmidt.
I think she's checking
to have
on
a discussion if it maybe hit Parks as it left the box.
Yeah, and there.
Oh, or
Lucy
if she stepped
Lucas,
out of the box, yeah.
Lucy Lucas pointing it out for us. Stepped in front of the plate on that bunt.
So we have some fantastic umpires working at the state tournament. And the 3 on this crew here today. We'll take another look at it. There's so much to watch. Looked like she stayed in the box to me. Yeah, I think that's a good call.
I mean, a total defensive bunt, as we said, but based on that replay, I think she was okay.
And Lucy Lucas pointed at a divot in the dirt, but I think it's a divot from the ball that went straight down.
And I like the appeal by North Polk. You have to try something in that situation, see if you can get a shift of momentum in your direction.
And in terms of staying in the box, in high school ball, if any part of your foot is on the chalk, you're considered in the box. So half of your foot could be out of the box, half of it could be on the chalk. You'd be considered in the batter's box still. And you have to make contact while in the batter's box. Katie Shekel is now the batter. Shekel, a walk in the 6th, a single back in the 1st inning. Here's the 0-1 grounder to Mulkey at short. The throw over to first is in time. So no insurance runs for Pella, but it is a 2-run lead, and the Dutch 3 outs away from a Class 4A state championship in softball. And so for North Polk, Allie, top of the order, comes up in 2, 3, and 4. How about this game that we've had? 2 very young coaches, 2 teams that just seem to be getting better and better each time they go out there and play.
You said it. I mean, both of these teams play with grit. They play with fire, and the crowds are into this game. The players are playing with high energy. It has been a phenomenal state championship softball game.
North Polk, it's been a fun season for them. Allie, this is their first season on their brand new turf complex, both baseball and softball playing on all turf fields. It's right across the parking lot from their dirt field, and at first the kids were like, I like dirt, but now, man, they said they love turf. They could play on it in any weather, and they practice this week on the dirt field to get ready for
I love that.
the
Have
state
the
tournament.
option.
Why not?
Yeah, have the option to practice on either one. And the dirt up here at Fort Dodge is going to be a little bit different than most playing surfaces. I think any softball player who has played here will tell you that. But, you know, both these teams defensively have played very, very well.
Emma Eekoff and the Dutch will try and close it out here in the 7th, and she starts with a strike on Ava Kudelka. Kudelka, how about this? 2 for 2 with a pair of singles and then a sac bunt in the 3rd. 1 ball, 1 strike to count.
And we're right in the heart of this lineup. Their 4th time through. They have seen Eekoff. They know what to expect.
Kudelka, center fielder for the Comets since she was an 8th grader. Looks at strike 2. She was on the volleyball team for the state tournament. Honorable mention, all conference. Went 2 for 4 yesterday in the semifinal win for North Polk. There's the 1-2, and Eekoff tried to get her to chase. Good hold by Kudelka.
Very good hold by Kudelka and a great off-speed pitch by Eekoff.
Eekoff, the senior, headed to Indian River State College in Florida. Gets the ground ball to Melvin at second, and the throw to first for out number 1. 2 outs away from a state title, and Ava Husak comes to the plate.
In a picture-perfect sequence there by the Pella Dutch. Eekoff gets it right where she wants on the outside of the zone to make it an easy 4-3 play. And most importantly, it keeps a runner off the bases for Husak's at bat.
Husak has that home run power that she has shown at the state tournament. Hit 1 in the semifinals just yesterday. Looks at strike 1, 1-1 to count. Kudelka single, fielder's choice, and drew a walk. She's been on base after every single at-bat. Calls time here and backs out. One ball, 1 strike. Eekoff delivers. Swung on, hit left side. Down for a base hit in front of Thomas in left field.
And IGHSAU trying to help her own cause here, finding a way on for the 4th time in this game.
Gets it started for the Comets. And Ava Fjelland will come into courtesy run for the 4th time in this contest. She is at first base with 1 out, and Lucy Lucas comes to the plate. Lucas grounded out to Melvin at second base, her last at bat. Grounder, same spot. The flip to second, gets one at second, and Heemstra could not hold on. Otherwise, that would have been bang, bang over at first.
In first place, umpire Jordan Hill was in spot to make the call. Well turned by Pella. I think she would have been safe. All I know is I'm happy I wouldn't have been the one making that call.
Melvin, the flip to Shekel, the shortstop, flings it over to Heemstra. And now a little reminder for everyone on that infield. 2 outs, up 2. All we need is an out, and we're state champs.
A collective deep breath from the Pella infield.
And Caitlin Cleaver will be the batter with 1 on and 2 out. The senior second baseman. First pitch off the plate for ball 1. Caitlin's mom, Tracy, assistant coach at first base. She grew up in Missouri, played high school in Missouri, but played college ball at Graceland University. Grounder up the middle, base hit into center field, and 2 are aboard for North Polk. Caitlin Cleaver with a big 2-out single.
And North Polk has life, driving that ball right back up the middle. A great hit by Cleaver.
And now Tessa Dillinger, the batter, with 2 on and 2 away. Dillinger, 6 doubles on the season. 26 runs driven in. Swings on the first pitch, fouled straight back.
Ben Dillinger in this game, back-to-back ground outs to the second baseman. She's made contact in all 3 of her plate appearances. She knows what adjustment she needs to make to help her team out.
Here's the 0-1. Grounder right side. It's fielded by Melvin. The throw to first is in time. The Pella Dutch win their first ever softball state championship.
What a game for Emma Eekhoff in the circle in this Pella Dutch team. 6 hits on the game, but just timely. They played collective as a group, and they have done it.
The 8th-seeded Pella Dutch are a perfect fit for the Cinderella Slipper and head coach Katie Banowitz in year number 2. It started, North Polk got on the board, a Pella error allowed Fjelland to score. Pella would strike back as Melvin would score on a sac bunt from Van Santi. Inning number 5, how about North Polk scoring Kudelka on a sac bunt. To the 6th, the stolen base turns into a run for the Dutch.
That 6th inning was huge. That's what got it started, and they just kept it going with the drive to the fence.
2 RBI double by Abby Melvin. And it's pink t-shirt time for the Pella Dutch, runners up at the state volleyball championship this past fall, and now state champions in softball. They get their 25th 5th win of the season, 25-12. They avenge their last loss of the season, which was to North Polk on July 1st. And they are the last team standing in Class 4A.
Executive Director Aaron Gerlich and Softball Administrator Jason Esslinger. Here is your Class 4A All-Tournament team for 2025. From North Polk, Ava Kudelka. From Pella, Abigail Melvin. From ADM, Lauren Hagedorn. From ADM, Aubrey Noring. From North Scott, Kamila Eller. From Cedar Rapids, Xavier, Braylon Conlon. From North Scott, Adeline Johnson. From Pella, Katie Shekel. From North Polk, Alexandra Mulkey. From North Polk, Ava Husak. And your Class 4A All-Tournament Team Captain for 2025, from Pella, Emma Ekar.
Well, those are certainly tears of joy for Emma Ekoff and her Pella Dutch, a team of destiny. 8th seed coming into this 4A bracket. There you see the all-tournament competitors. And how about head coach Katie Banowitz? Wins a state title on a Thursday. Wedding coming up on Saturday.
I don't know if you're going to top that week. State championship and getting married. Congrats to her and this entire Pella Dutch team.
And now the pressure's on her and fiance Joshua Mayhew to try and keep this Dutch squad out of the wedding reception. Maybe a private reception just for the team to celebrate this entire week. Coach Banowitz has said the players' parents have just been so awesome with helping me out. My family and friends have been so great at making sure that I have what I need. She said we did a lot of planning, made sure everything was done months and months in advance. And she has not received any curveballs yet. So hopefully the rest of this magical week is just as magical for head coach Katie Banowitz.
In addition to receiving medallions, every participating player will receive a commemorative softball provided by Iowa Farm Bureau, title sponsor of the Girls Athletic Union. Presenting awards are members of the IGHSAU Board of Directors. Congratulations to the runners-up in Class 4A, head coach Addie Pender and the North Polk Comets on an outstanding 2025 softball season. And presenting
your 2025 Class 4A State Softball Champions, head coach Katie Banowitz and the Pella Dutch.
What a special group of ladies to claim the school's first ever softball title and to do it in just their second trip to the state tournament. And how fitting, Emma Eakoff, the captain of the all-tournament team, completes the bracket. And the magical season for head coach Katie Banowitz, former Calamus Wheatland grad, played college ball at Central. And that's your final. 4-2, the Pella Dutch, the 8 seed over the North Polk Comets in a classic in 4A, the Class 5A championship coming up tonight. Stay tuned for that one right here on Iowa PBS.
Funding provided by
With our Iowa roots and Midwestern values, Farmers Mutual Hail is committed to offering innovative farm insurance for America's farmers, just as we have for 6 generations. Farmers Mutual Hail, America's crop insurance company.
Fareway Meat and Grocery. For more than 80 years, Fareway has been proud to be an active part of the communities we serve. Learn more at fareway.com.
Musco Lighting is honored to support Iowa PBS. We're an Iowa company that lights local schools, community fields, and stadiums, arenas, and venues in more than 125 countries. While our reach is global, our commitment is local.